us to remain content. I drink my water, I mind my business.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Venti Session podcast. This is episode 3, and I am your host, Brianna. So welcome midweek. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you guys are. What is that? Oh my god. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. This episode might be a little bit longer. It might be a lot longer, actually. So today I just wanted to vent. No tea, just vent. um, Basically, what do you do when God says no? I feel like in my life lately, God has been saying no, and I'm just not understanding why. And I guess as his child, it's not my job to know why. It's just my job to listen and to follow and to not necessarily do as he asks like a robot, but just to follow willingly. But I guess as humans, when we don't understand things and we don't have that knowledge, it makes us want to be stubborn. And I'm trying to learn how to not do that. I'm trying to learn how to just listen and adhere and just to follow. And so I've come to a point in my life where I'm listening and I'm following, and while God is saying no, I don't get upset anymore. I don't get mad anymore. I may get disappointed for a moment, but I don't throw a hissy fit and then be like, you know what, forget this, God, I don't believe in you, like, you're not real, like, why do you keep doing this, nah, 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 nah. Like, I don't be like, just like going off and just losing my stuff. I get disappointed for a moment, and then I kind of get over it and move on. But also, as a human, I'm noticing that I have a tendency to get discouraged. And when I get discouraged, it's really easy to lose my motivation. And currently, right now, I feel like I'm not like, I don't want to say like, cause like I'm not, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not depressed. I'm like by no means depressed. um, and I'm not discouraged, but I definitely feel a little loss of motivation. Not to the point where I want to like quit and give up, but just loss of motivation where I'm like, well, if I try something new, I feel like this isn't going to work. Or what if this doesn't work? Or what if I do this and then this ends up happening and then I should have just stuck here? You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm kind of at right now. And so I want to know, like, have you ever felt like that, Elise? Like, when God says no to you to something, how do you feel? Like, what's your initial reaction? Or where are you currently at with your walk with God? And how do you feel when God says no to things? I also am at a point in my life knowing that when God says no, it's because it's for a reason. And I've gone through this enough times to know that he does it for a reason. And the things that he do, it's because he's trying to prevent something from happening. He's trying to protect you. He's trying to warn you. Like, he's doing it for a reason. He's not doing it just to be a mean God. He's not doing it to be a mean father. Because at the end of the day, God loves us. And he wants the best for us. And ultimately, like, he's written our story from, the ending to the beginning. And so he knows what's going to happen next. But we don't. We don't see the future. We can't foretell it. But in the current moment where we're at, it feels like it sucks. And it feels like it's not fair. And when you just see life go by and you see people and their life go by, and you see them and the things that they have, and it's really easy to get discouraged. But I know like that's not good to do. And I'm trying not to do that, because that is a really easy way to become envious and jealous of people in their lives. And like the Bible talks a lot about that. Like you shouldn't be doing that, and you shouldn't be that type of person, especially if you're like following God and you're like walking with God. Um, but it's I can see how it's easy to get into that situation or that mindset. What I think, it's just, I don't know, I feel like right now I feel a little down, just because I feel like I am putting in work as far as like trying to better myself and trying to do right. Not necessarily by my actions as like, oh, doing good and giving out to the community and like, giving to the help like homeless people and helping shelters and stuff like that. Like, no. I feel like I'm trying to do better, as in like genuinely walk with God in an authentic way, while I'm still struggling with my own sin and trying to say no to my flesh each and every day. And even right now, like um it's hard. It's a really, really hard walk and a really, really hard process. Um and I know we're not alone, obviously, but like it feels like you're alone sometimes, especially when you don't have that many friends that see the world like you do, or like view God the way that you do. It feels like you're alone sometimes. And so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. And it's a little overwhelming, I ain't gonna lie to you. I know things are gonna be okay. I know like everything's going to work out. I know that everything that God is doing is for my good. It's just like, golly. Man, it's hard when God's refining you, Because it feels like I've just been in this season for some time now. Like, it feels like it's been like forever. It feels like I'm never getting out of this season. And it feels like I've been in this season over and over and over again. Like, and it's just tiring, And I'm just like, dang, like, when am I going to graduate? Because you know how they say, like, God's going to continuously put you in a season until you graduate or pass the test. I'm like, well, dang, when am I going to pass the test? I know, like, I'm not a perfect person. Nobody is. But I do feel like I am not who I used to be. And I feel like I've made some improvements since then. I feel like I don't know, like I feel like I've taken this walk a lot more seriously than I have in the past. And so it just feels like, why does it feel like everything is taking so long to happen? Um, so yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. But I know everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And if you're going through this right now, like, I don't want to be that fake person and cue, like, fake motivation and stuff like that. Like, everything's gonna be great. Like, like, I'm not that type of person, and I'm not gonna give you, like, no fake motivation. But what I will say is, while you are going through the situation that you're going through, you are not alone. There are others that are going through the same situation that you are, and everybody has their own journey and their own walk with God, and everybody's journey looks different. And even though you may be in the situation that you are right now, like I promise you, it's not going to be like that forever. We are going to see that freaking saying, the light at the end of the tunnel. And whatever God has planned for us, it's going to be beautiful, because what we've asked for, God's not going to just let us like go through all of this for nothing. Like, he heard us, he heard our cries, and he heard our prayers, and he's going to answer them, and he's going to answer them in a way that we can't even imagine, that we can't even fathom. Like, I know that I can't even imagine the way God's going to answer my prayers, So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the week. And I will see you guys on my next podcast episode. Have a wonderful day, guys, and have a blessed day. Bye, guys.
Elevate my life, elevate my mind. So tired of trying to fight for mine when I know that regardless, that it's all his. Can't change the fact that you're the